and welcome to Getting Hot in the Kitchen. I am Venus Quintana.
And I'm Dr. Dave. Happy holiday season, folks.
Happy holiday season. Thanksgiving is over, and now we are on to the other holidays. We have Christmas, we have Hanukkah,
Kwanzaa.
we have Kwanzaa, so we have all different kinds of holidays.
Many holidays
going on.
But what is the core of most holidays at the dinner table?
Absolutely,
food,
absolutely.
Right?
Every
food
single
and
tradition.
communion.
Yes.
Right?
Every different tradition has our own their own way of sort of eating and celebrating, and it's definitely should be a fun experience. I'm really hoping that everyone takes a moment to create something and really make it very special for
I love it.
the families and children, especially. Get your kids in the kitchen helping out, right?
Absolutely. So we at Getting Hot in the Kitchen here, Facebook Live tonight, we want to go over holiday prepping. So what does that mean? I mean, we have a lot of events coming up, and certainly I'm sure you guys do too. You have office parties and Christmas parties and holiday parties and New Year's Eve parties, and a lot of things kind of rotate around food.
Just checking how we look.
We are going to do a little bit with garnishing today. Okay. We're going to do a apple bird of paradise.
Yes.
We are going to do a tomato rose. We are going to do a scallion flower.
Oh, sounds lovely.
And we'll do some garnishing with some citrus, the lemon and limes. But really what we're going to do later is transform this bland white on white, cauliflower on white plate into something that actually looks good.
Absolutely. But just, folks, for a second, I do have to move the camera.
Okay, go ahead.
We cannot see the countertop right now.
Go ahead, my dear. Go ahead. Ooh la 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 loo la. Go ahead, my dear. Go under and over. So, folks, it's kind of funny. When we do this here, we're having a lot of fun. It's a Monday night. It's 8 o'clock. We're here with you guys. It's like we're in your house or your living room.
Oh, my goodness.
So, Venus just figured that she'd just shut me up because she didn't like to see me anyway. So, it's kind of fun. Facebook Live is a lot of fun. But what we're trying to do here with the Facebook Live is give you an opportunity to participate, comment, play along with us. We're going to give you some great advice to make your holiday season great. And next week, Venus is going to do a really cool, specific episode on sweets and treats for the holiday season that are healthy. Sweets and treats for the holiday season that are healthy. All right, so we're going to talk about that. So, my dear, how's the camera? Good?
Everything looks amazing, and I'm so sorry I have to walk.
Get your beauty back on camera. Back on camera.
See, I'm glad that I actually checked it, because when you don't know what's going on, you really sort of have to be careful that everything, all our mise en place, as we were talking about last week, is in perfect shape, and apparently, as per our producer, everything is looking good.
Good.
So I completely missed what you just said. So I'm sorry.
I don't know what I even said.
Well, anyway,
we're talking about the holidays and garnishing and platters, and next week you've got a great episode coming up doing sweets and treats for the holiday season that are healthy.
Oh my goodness! I have an amazing, sweet, very healthy treat that we actually pretty much kind of found some interesting recipes over the summer, I think, and just very, very healthy, very quick to make. I mean, I would almost call them a sort of a healthy truffle.
Yes.
And I know everyone loves truffles. I grew up, my mother used to make truffles all the time.
And we're not talking about the ones the pigs find in the ground. This is the chocolate.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking chocolate, cream. That's pretty much what it is. And, you'd roll them up, and then you would coat them in, all different vermicelli and cocoa powder and coconut.
Yum, yum.
So these are actually healthy versions, and they have a good amount of protein in them. And there's no baking needed.
Nope.
And you can basically make them in big batches. They actually last quite a while.
They do.
What you can do is actually, buy those pretty little kind of holiday bags.
Love it.
The cellophane bags. And tie them up with a little tag and give them as a great gift. So
absolutely.
I'll be doing that and some other treats I'll be showing you how to make.
So tonight, folks, we're going to talk about garnishing. What is garnishing? Garnishing is decorating or embellishment. Now, if you think about it, when you walk out of the house in the morning, what do? You embellish yourself. You wear a tie. You wear a bracelet, maybe.
You really embellish yourself.
I embellish maybe a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Rings and whatever you do.
Diamond earrings.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was maybe about 20, 30 years ago. I definitely did have one.
Sorry, the cubic zirconia.
Yeah, no, I have a diamond. So we want to show you, when you make a platter, if you want to really get that sizzle, if you want to get that excitement, It's all about the eyes first, the nose second, and the palate third.
Absolutely. It's like when you meet somebody, right? Like if you're a single person.
You look at them.
You look at them and it's...
You smell them.
Initially, the visual appeal. Even though that's a little shallow, but just as human beings, I mean...
We are human. We are human.
You know, this is what we do. I mean, we use our eyes first, right? So I think with garnishing, that's very important.
And then olfactory, smell next.
Olfactory,
When it comes to what she's talking about, that's more of like a pheromone thing.
Oh, it smells pretty good.
All right, good.
I
did take a shower after work. And then it's taste less. So, folks, we're going to talk about some really cool things. So we have some great, simple products here. Let's talk about what we want to do tonight. We are going to make a bird of paradise out of a nice, red, delicious organic apple.
And just so you know, folks, David will be doing most of the carving, as he is the expert, and I will actually be taking the camera and doing some really nice close-ups for everyone, so you can see exactly what's going on, because you know the camera's too far away. Yeah, it's just the two of us in our home tonight, but we'll have a lot of fun. But I also just want to take a minute to give a shout-out to Matt Morrison.
Yes.
And Matt, if you're watching, I had a wonderful conversation with Matt last night. He's absolutely unbelievable. We used to work together many years ago. He is a accomplished, well-trained chef. He actually studied Johnson Wales for many years, I think about 5 years. And he and I have something in common, I'm sure, with a lot of other people, is that he really gained a lot of weight over the years. He has 2 beautiful kids. He has his wife, and you know, he struggled with weight. I mean, as we do, especially being in the industry of you know, the culinary field and food. But he is doing something absolutely unbelievable right now. And I won't say too much because it's not really...
I think we're going to bring him on
under wraps, but he's unbelievable. And he started this incredible blog about eating and cooking healthy. And he lost a lot of weight. And I really hope to be talking to him again. And, you know, we've been sharing ideas. So kudos to you, Matt. And just wanted to shout out to Matt.
Absolutely.
He's amazing. So.
Absolutely. That's amazing. So... You know, every holiday we want to...
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Did we forget something?
Maybe we did.
The biggest...
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Woody. Happy birthday to you. Woody's our executive producer up in Canada.
Happy birthday,
We
Woody.
love you dearly. We
you.
Can't wait till you come down. So Woody's coming down for New Year's Eve,
so
the whole
excited.
week. And we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to do some work, but primarily bring in the new year together. So I can't wait for that. So folks, that's going to be great.
Indeed.
So what do we have going here? We got a lot of stuff on the counter. Let's talk about what we're going to do, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right. First and foremost, we are going to make a beautiful flour out of scallion. We're going to make a bird of paradise out of a beautiful apple. We're going to make a tomato rose out of tomato with a little bit of celery for the leaves. We're going to do a couple of citrus wheels, and we're going to show you how to make this pour white on white. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. We're going to make her look really pretty for the night out on town. I didn't have a chicken. I didn't have a turducken. I didn't have a prime rib or anything. So tonight we're using this beautiful bad boy, which is organic, gorgeous. We're going to figure out how to make that look good. We could have put a shoe on the plate, a hat on the plate, anything. What it's all about is garnishing, embellishment. So Venus, you and I love to cook. We love to garnish.
We do.
And you are great with photography. So what are the pointers when you're putting a dish together with the colors and everything? What do you look for when you're taking photography? You're looking at what?
Well, I think the background is definitely very important. I think the color of your plate is extremely important. So you want to have a good...
You wouldn't do white on white, would you?
Well, no, not for something like that. But for something like this, you know, with the green and the red and the yellow, I would say a simple, beautiful, bright white plate.
Right, a nice French porcelain plate is beautiful.
Nothing too fancy or complicated. You definitely want to keep it very simple.
So what she's saying, folks, is you want to keep the food the focus of the plate. The plate's basically a frame. When it comes to art, it's a frame.
Yes,
When it comes to eating, it's a trough for some people. But for us, for tonight, it is a frame. And we're going to frame this food and make it look good. Venus, can you grab that set of devices over there?
Oh, yes.
Okay, folks. So this, my friends, is a beautiful garnish kit. And Elise, my office manager, thank you, my love. She got this for Venus and I. But these are all awesome little tools. We're not going to use these tonight because I want to make sure what we do tonight, you can reproduce at home.
Yes, I mean, these are tools where you will really be making very intricately designed fruits and vegetable garnishes, which, that's definitely something that, I mean, look, some of these chefs are trained in fruit and vegetable garnishing. In fact, they say garnishing itself actually goes back to the 1300s in, I think, either Thailand or Japan.
Oh, I'd love to hear.
Okay. And so basically what would happen is that, the ancient Japanese, they would basically eat their food off of these kind of very sort of dull looking unglazed like clay plates.
Okay.
So they would garnish them with not garnish, but they would actually cover them with kind of leaves, some sort of leaves. Just to cover the plates, which were quite unsightly.
I cover my grass and leaves around fall time, just so I have to see that too.
So basically, the chefs back then started folding the leaves and kind of making them look a little bit more appealing to the eye, if you will. And that's basically how garnishes were born. And, a lot of chefs in Japan are exclusively trained for garnishing. I mean, if you've ever been to a Japanese festival or a Japanese restaurant, they are hugely all about garnishing.
Ornate and colors and flamboyant.
I mean, some of the most incredible things you've ever seen.
It is.
And actually, fruit and vegetable carving in Japan is named mukimono.
Mukimono.
Okay, so that's actually the traditional art of fruit and vegetable carving.
I had a friend named Mukimono. He went to high school with me. He was a really cool guy. Mukimono. Muki! To you, bro.
So that's really interesting, and also I think it's very important when you are choosing your fruit and vegetables for carving, there are certain things to look for, okay?
And what would that be?
Obviously, you want a fruit and vegetable that is very bright in color. You don't want something that's been laying in the fridge for 10 days and is kind of looking a little dull, okay?
And folks, by the way, that Venus and I go through that refrigerator. If your produce doesn't look vital, Venus, where do we go with it? Get rid of it.
In the garbage.
Yes.
In the garbage.
Or the compost pile if you have one.
Or the compost pile, which is a great idea. Now, there is actually a trick. If your fruits or vegetables are starting to look dull, apparently you could get some pan spray, okay, whether it's like an olive oil or a Pam, and actually spray your fruit or vegetables with the spray, which kind of gives it a sheen, almost like a glaze, if you will. So that's a trick. And, there you go.
Folks, if you saw The Good Life with Dr. Dave and Friends on Saturday at 11 a.m., we talked about different healthy fats and bad fats and what have you. This is a misto sprayer. And if you look at this thing, all you do is pump this up, okay? And I don't know if I want to squirt Venus or not.
No.
But we're going to squirt that cauliflower. And it's natural olive oil.
So that's a fabulous idea.
Right?
That's a fabulous idea. So you coat your fruits and vegetables with a spray. I mean, I'm just saying if you really have to. And another trick is don't buy your fruits and vegetables if you're going to use them for carving when they're too ripe. Because when they're overripe, you're really not going to be able to get that...
the crispness and the definition, I should say.
So buy your fruits and vegetables a little underripe. Yes. But we do have a question actually coming from Petra, Old Westbury, New York.
Go ahead, yeah.
What type or brand of knives do you guys use?
So
I know we did kind of talk about this very briefly last week.
So we have the Shun,
knives.
S-H-U-N. These are Japanese carved steel, hand-hammered. Beautiful. My very first knife of this series, again from my office manager, Elise. She knew my passions around knives. These are several $100s, but they are so worth it. We sharpen them. We keep them really clean, the blade. This is a nice Japanese version. We have another one here, which I love. This one is not a Shun knife, but this is a Japanese sushi knife, which I absolutely love. And this is a great little paring knife. Everybody should have a paring knife. These are great things.
I'm telling you that we have other knives which are not so good, and I will always use this knife because, you know, to use a blunt knife is just very foolish, and you can actually hurt yourself doing it that way.
And that's a good point, folks. People don't realize that. A sharp knife is actually in the long run safer because you're
Yes.
you're not mashing the food. You won't slip. It just slips right through the food, cuts a nice clean edge. It's the best way to go.
Absolutely. And one more quick question. Vicky from Glenwood Landing, New York asks, where can we get those the decoration knives or the carving tools that we talked about?
The tool here. So we have a little device here. So this is the Messermeister, M-E-S-S-E-R, folks, M-E-I-S-T-R, Messermeister. That's the kit.
And now, guys, you know, if you have any questions or anything, please, we're waiting to hear from you. We're waiting for your comments. You know, tell us about any interesting garnishes that you've made. I mean,
I love it.
Look, you can garnish, you can carve pretty much anything, right?
Carve a apple.
Carve a apple.
And that's what we're going to start with, by the way.
So basically, we're going to start, okay? I'm going to man the Facebook, or if you want to see that just for any questions coming in. Actually, I think that's better that you do that.
So I'll man the Facebook. She's going to take the camera and come in for close-ups because this is all fine carving and cutting. But by the way, folks, you can do this. I guarantee what I'm going to show you tonight, you can do. You don't need a special kit.
Very simple.
You need a sharp knife or two. You need good, clean, new products that have not been, like Venus said, over-ripened. And you're going to do great.
Absolutely.
And any platter you make, I don't care what it is, a turkey, a cheese platter, a nut platter, whatever, garnish it up. Give it some color. Give it some texture. Give it some life, right?
Absolutely. And again, you know, as you said, the garnish should add another layer of texture to the plate. It should really be in harmony with the food that is actually on the plate. And it should also be something that people will want to eat. You know, it's not something you just pick up and just throw to the side. Like,
absolutely.
A garnish should be something that you want to eat. And why not?
Nothing bothers me more, and as we talked about with the Japanese, is I've seen the most amazing natural garnishes. Do not like the plastic garnishes. For God's sake, folks. This is all beautiful. You could have flowers. You could have edible flowers that you garnish with. Why not?
Edible flowers, yes.
Right? You've had
Chefs
them?
use them all the time. I absolutely love them.
Amazing.
So,
it's amazing.
Okay, so we're going to start, and I'm going to go over, and you can actually see everything
I'm going to look right over here on our monitor here, so let's go to town here. Now, do you sharpen your own knives? Is a question from Tim from Mount Vernon. Yes, we do. So, folks, I'm going to show you where I do that. So
this is going to be shaky for
just for a minute. Folks, this is our knife sharpener. When you sharpen your knives, afterwards use a chef's steel and just take the burrs off the knife and always wash it so you don't have any metal particles. Okay, not medical particles, but metal particles. So, folks, we're going to make what we call a bird of paradise. So we're going to have to pick the apple that I like the best. Am I feeling the love? I'm going to feel the love on this one, okay? Simple. Pull the stem.
Now, just a question that somebody may have. Only red apple because of the color, or?
You could use any color apple, but the red really stands out because you got the white flesh against the red, and it makes it really pretty. So here, folks, simple. If you look at this apple, there's a high side and a low side. We're going to keep the high side uncut. We're going to cut off the low side. So watch this, folks. Boom. We're going to cut that right there. Now, what does that allow it to do? There you go. That stands up, right? So now what we're going to do, think of a bird. We're going to make the neck and the head out of this. Simple. So we're going to get rid of these two pieces. This is going to be the head of the bird. Now, if you'll notice, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out a little bit of a mouth here.
I'm doing a real great close-up.
That's a big mouth, kind of like mine. We're going to cut down here.
Kind of like yours?
Kinda. So we're going to make a little point here, and the point is going to allow that to stand into the apple. Okay, so now what we're going to do, folks, and I don't like to do it the traditional way. And folks, if you make a little oops or a blip or everything, nobody's going to know. Trust me on that. So what we do is we go right in here. You make a slice,
and
right?
Look, at the end of the day, if you mess up, just eat the apple.
Eat the apple.
And start again.
And Bob's your uncle. So here's the first cut. So watch what happens. That starts to... Oh
my goodness.
We're sprouting wings.
Wow.
So come back through. Now, the trick here, and I like to cut each piece individually. Some people don't. Some people cut a V groove, and I don't like to because I like to space out the bird, if you will, so much. So let's take a look at how this is going to work. We're going to cut little pieces here, okay? And we're going to start by spreading its wings on the top. But even before we're going to do that, we're going to cut some side wings out of this. So you go here, you're going to cut here, and you cut little angles out of it and keep going. I haven't made one of these in a long time. It's not. Anybody can do this. This is not Master Chef stuff at all. Come around here. Every bird's got top feathers, side feathers, and everything with the right has a left, correct? Hopefully. And what we do is just cut out some wings. I don't even like uniformity. Don't make it uniform. How many birds have you seen in nature that are absolutely stunning perfect? Everybody's got some variations. So look how simple this is. You pull these pieces out. There's a wing.
Starting to look like something.
Starting to look a lot like Christmas. So if you don't cut through the first time, God forbid you have to cut through again.
I'm doing a really
Bring that
nice
out. You are, and I know that.
This is amazing.
So here we go. Let's put these wings out like so. And again, the traditional way is to do it in V-cuts. I personally don't like to do the V-cuts because I want that bird to have some variegated wings. That wing, we just broke a wing on the bird. Don't worry. Oh, it's a sad thing. But we come back. Look at that. We're starting to make headway, right? Push out. Get those wings out. Look at this. Bada bing.
Bada bam.
Bada bam. So here, folks. Now look at that. There's your apple. Now this particularly would be amazing on a fruit platter or another cheese platter or something. Usually we use cloves, but we couldn't find the cloves we wanted today. So we're going to make the bird. Every bird has eyes, as far as I know. Birds.
Is this a turkey?
It's a...
Food?
I don't know. We're going to call it a fruit turkey. How about a fruit turkey? We have eyes, we have a mouth. So just make a little bit of a hole here. Simple, simple. For the neck and head of the bird. Okay, folks, so watch this. Simple, simple.
We have a little low internet speed, guys. I'm so sorry.
Okay. It's happened twice now. Monday night seems like the night for that. Now, if you notice, we have our bird of paradise, right? Some birds sit in grass. Why not add a little grass to the whole vibe here? And the reason I'm putting this on a reverse ramekin is typically when you do a platter, you want the bird or anything you're garnishing to sit high.
Actually, we have a question coming in. Email, Frankie, New London, Connecticut. Do you guys use lemon juice to stop the apples from going brown?
And we do. Who's the wise ass there on that camera? Comment. Whoever he was or completely correct, or if it was a she was correct. So lemon stops the browning of anything like an apple or what have you. So here we do. Just a little drizzle through that. Okay. And then this would be perfectly placed.
Cute little.
Hello.
Oh my goodness.
Hello, Venus. Hello.
Look at that.
All right, there you go.
Doing a wonderful close-up.
All right, that's an easy one, folks.
That is
I guarantee you can do that. If I can do it, you can do it, and I do mean that. All right, clean your cutting board always. Have a nice blend of either water, and bleach if you're using food. Always rinse that down good. Is that easy, folks? Come on, please.
Amazing.
There you go. Bird of paradise.
Excellent.
Next thing we're going to do is a tomato rose, okay? So on this one, I'm going to use this little paring knife again. And all you do here, so you have the two ends, boom, boom. We're going to go on the bottom of the tomato, and you just cut a little base, okay? Sometimes what I'll do is just poke it first and come around. And you want to go fairly thin, but folks, don't worry if you go a little wide. I'm going to go a little wider today for you guys so you just see. It doesn't matter, thin or thick. Now this particular tomato isn't the perfect choice of choices. So we're going to just cut around. Just watch what we do here. Okay, keep going around. Try not to break.
Now, is there a specific tomato that might be better?
Not this one.
Now, why? Is it because it's too soft?
Too soft, too small. Now, this tomato would have been the perfect size, but when I pressed on it, I realized it was a little soft. So we're going to use this one. Now, it doesn't matter, folks.
About when we say, underripe.
Yes. So now, folks, look at this. You could do a paper thin if you want, or you could just be practical. Let's get down to work here. So here's again. Always elevate your garnishes. I love it. Okay, so now most roses come with some beautiful garnish, right? So we're using celery here, folks. That's going to become the actual leaves of the rose. So you leave the base, right, folks? You come around, you grab the tip, and you start rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling.
Is that a rose for me?
That is my love for you. I dedicate my life and this rose.
I was going to say beefsteak tomatoes.
A beefsteak tomato would be very nice. So here.
That looks absolutely gorgeous.
Put that rose down, folks, and what we do is just make it look like an actual rose. And
look at the color of the...
Right, so we put a little bit of this under there. How about we do a little bit of this here? How about we do a little bit of this here? And how about we even get a nice new clean piece here? And we go like this. Bada bing, bada boom. I just knocked the bird's tail off.
That is absolutely gorgeous.
Is that humane, inhumane cruelty?
I'm doing a really nice close-up, folks.
Get that, okay?
Gorgeous. So simple.
Simple.
But this is why you need an extra sharp knife.
Correct. And even right now, this knife... I'm going to actually, once in a while, folks, what I like to do, and I'm not going to tell you that it's only home cutting. Once in a while, you should call somebody who does the home knife cleaning. They come around in a truck, typically. They have a grinder. They do it so well. So well. So there you go. We have a tomato rose. We have a bird of paradise. Simple, right?
Gorgeous.
All right. Next thing we're going to do. Simple. We're going to make a scallion rose. A flower, my love.
Ooh.
Okay, simple. Take the scallion, cut off the top. Do not waste it. It's great for other things. And what you do is you go here and you go from the white out to the green. You cut it, turn it, cut it,
just watch your fingers, folks.
That's right, folks. That's
Be very careful. Definitely don't let your children do this.
Or people that don't know how to use that knife or whatever. Just cut it thin. Now what you do, folks, is you take a bowl or a pot of cold water with some ice in it, and you throw that bad boy in, and before you know it, it'll curl. Now,
so
of course,
how is it making it curl?
Just so the ice changes the contour and construction of the cells of that, and what happens is it starts to curl. So I'm going to do 2 of them, and we're going to hope to goodness God that we have enough time for this to happen, and if not, we'll live with that.
Okay.
So this is how you do it. And you guys have probably seen this. Now this would be beautiful like on a piece of steak or something like that, or an Asian dish or something like that. Those will curl. If we don't have the time for them to curl tonight, we'll have to assume that is, and we'll post a picture of it later on. So there we go. So we have a tomato rose, we have the bird of paradise, and we have the scallion flowers. Let's move on to some really, really simple stuff. You've probably seen it if you watched us on Facebook that we love to use citrus.
And again, folks, make sure you wash all your vegetables and fruit before you use them.
So here, simple. So you take your beautiful citrus, cut from the middle outwards. And what we're essentially going to just do is a simple twist like so. All right? Now picture this on a nice salmon or what have you. If it was salmon, I'm going to choose some dill. Okay? And when you do this, actually let's use a plate if I would. For the moment, I'm just going to show you how that would look here. I'm going to put this on the plate. Now assume we have a nice piece of salmon here. You just put that in there and look at what you get. You get a nice garnish like so. Okay?
Very pretty.
We'll leave this bad boy over here. Pretty. Okay. But you can use over here, love. Let's show them. We have cilantro. We have some parsley over here.
You know, we went into the supermarket, and to tell you the truth, the organic cilantro and parsley, I mean, just so vibrant and vital. So try and go organic as much as possible.
Absolutely. So, I mean, folks, you can mix and choose, right? So maybe if you had some Mexican or Asian or something like that, then instead of using dill, which would be wonderful on a piece of salmon or what have you, you'll use something like cilantro, and that's it. Just put that in there, put it in. You could use a lime similar too, folks. All right, same thing. You could do nice little wheels with that. Okay, so there you go. You can do that. Do the same thing. We'll use a little cilantro here because that really does go nice with the lime. Okay? Color, texture, brightness. And if you think about it, let's go back to this for a minute. Right here. Oh boy, come on, fellas. Curl. I curl my hair every day. Why can't they curl? Why not? Come on. All right, so let's get those going. So now let's go back to this. We have a simple thing called raw cauliflower. Now, would we serve this? Probably not. But what I want to show you is you can take anything. I was looking for an old slipper or a sneaker or something to garnish, but Venus said...
Yeah, he was trying to use my new ballroom shoes, and I told him no.
I was. So now look. Does that look like anything?
No, it looks a bit bland to me.
It does. How can we make that into something nice? How about some arugula? A little bed of arugula.
Ooh,
so now
arugula.
What did we discover?
Peppery.
It's peppery, right?
Peppery.
Yes, we love that. So look, you put that on there now, and we already started to change the matrix of what's going on.
And that's a gorgeous color, this terracotta colored plate.
Absolutely. So its contrast is color. What else could we do this? You have any ideas, Venus? I do. Let's take this little tomato rose, and I just want to show you how you work with things. So you put this here, okay? So now you have your white, you have your red, right?
So imagine that cauliflower right now could be a little Cornish hen, a duck.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Look at that, it's gorgeous.
So now we have some new things going on, and folks, this is too much fun, really. Now, even this, right? Why don't we take some of these, right? Just cut these up.
And again, guys, folks out there, if you have any questions for us, please comment, or you can actually email us at hosts@gettinghot.in-the-kitchen.
I love it, love.
I want to know what everyone's doing.
I want to know how you garnish things up.
Really, you know, everyone has their own technique. So,
how about just a little like that, right? Put a little hair on that fella. Put a little hair on the brain. So you got something like that. You can do so many different things. This is a simple, mundane way to, you know, do something here. How about this? Right? Texture, height, go, go, go. So why don't we just take this dill and insert, and then Bob's your uncle.
Look at this. Look at this. Stealing my lines.
So there you go, folks.
Oh.
All right, so simple. This is a joke, obviously. We didn't have a beautiful turkey. We didn't have a chicken. We didn't have a prime rib. We didn't have a steamship round. But what we had available is a beautiful organic cauliflower, and we can make that look better than just white on white, white on a plate. So, folks, what do we got? Tomato roast. Simple.
Yes.
We have some plating techniques just to give some color, some lift, some texture. We have a beautiful bird of paradise.
How are those green onions doing?
They are starting to get there. I think they might need a beauty parlor to get that curl going, but you're starting to see what happens, right?
Yes.
So how about this? Let's take that bad boy out, and let's do this. This looks like some kind of sick hairdo of the 2016. Obviously not working for me. So we can put this right in there. Boom.
Oh.
Bob's your uncle, Mary's your sister.
Lovely.
Grace is your aunt. There you go. You like that, folks? Simply just to show the concept of garnish. Make a bed, put some color, put some contrast, put some elevation on things. Here, you wouldn't put this low. You want this high to stand out. So if we had a nice cheese platter, for example, you put that up. So, folks, this is Garnishing 101. Everybody can do it. Grab some stuff. Play with it. Don't wait till the day you're doing that platter that you're going to bring to the office or to the office party. Get at it early on.
Sorry, guys, I'm having some...
So Venus is remounting our camera into the tripod. God bless. I think you're doing fine there. I'm taking a look there. I think you did great. Bada bing. So, folks, Garnishing 101. Decorating. Embellish. You deserve to make your favorite food into a work of art. Okay? There is no doubt in my mind, folks, that when you start playing with colors and textures, even when you eat, the eye goes towards
This is fabulous. It really is.
Right?
I mean, I have to say, this is my favorite.
And you're making it.
That is absolutely
Next time you're doing
gorgeous.
it.
And, you know, it's so wonderful because I actually want to eat this. You know,
And you will.
could have this as a little dessert or something after. So
We'll bake that with a little cinnamon and then the bird's your uncle.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah.
So, folks, this is a way to just embellish your plate. Simple.
It's amazing, and it's just so much fun. And I really can't wait to actually work with other ingredients, other vegetables. Like I know carrots too. Very easy. You could just peel with a vegetable peeler,
Yes.
strips of carrot, roll them up, secure them with a toothpick, put them in a cold glass of water, and actually leave them in the fridge for about 2 to 3 hours. And when you take them out, you'll have a beautiful carrot curl.
Absolutely. The other thing you guys can do is you can get a butter curler. You get a pound of the butter, nice organic European butter we love, and you take this butter curler and you just simply slide the device and it spins the butter into a nice serrated, beautiful curl. You throw that in ice water as well, just to hold it, and then you put those out on the side for butter. So there's a lot of great things. Do we have any questions coming through?
Another email question from Cynthia in Holtzville, New York.
Hello, Cynthia.
Asks, can I use a mandolin to make garnishes?
You can.
Yes.
You can. So we used a mandolin last week. And what does that do for you? On something like a lime or a lemon, you can get a paper thin cut.
Yes,
right?
Definitely.
One of our favorite things to do on the mandolin is a nice, beautiful red onion.
Oh, I love that.
Right.
Love that. Shaved nice and thin. Radishes I like too on the mandolin. And of course, you can adjust the height or the thickness of the vegetable. So there's just so many different ways to, spice up your plate and add some amazing color. I mean, again, for the holiday season, reds and greens and like really bright colors, which is exactly what we've used.
That's all we're doing
here.
So let's get some of the non-ornate things out of the way. So again, folks, your bird of paradise. You have some general garnish here. You have your tomato rose. We showed you how to do some citrus stuff. Folks, it's fun to get hot in the kitchen. It's simple. It's not a big thing. It's not stressful. Enjoy it, right?
Absolutely. So this has been fun, and
it has.
I hope that everyone watching has learned a couple of techniques. And again, we'd love to hear from you. So definitely email us with any interesting garnishes or recipes you may want us to share on next week's show.
Yes.
And again, you can email those to hosts@gettinghot.in-the-kitchen.
I love it.
So I think we're going to wrap it up for tonight. We've had an amazing time, a lot of fun. We're very excited for next week's show.
Absolutely. Folks, follow us on Facebook.com/GHITK show. Like us, share us, Venus said. Please comment along the way, because this is about you guys. We just enjoy doing it. It's about the community of people that we want to address. So, folks, I'm Dr. Dave.
And I'm Venus Quintana. Thank you so much for watching, and we will be with you next Monday at 8 o'clock.
Make some time to get hot in the kitchen, folks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.